Good morning, everyone. Welcome and thank you for attending today's webinar. We are excited to present to you our second webinar, Running Social Programs and Keeping Connected in the Age of Physical Distancing, as part of our webinar series of bringing communities together around brain health and aging, hosted by the Social Planning Council of Ottawa. My name is Sybil Briganza, Coordinator of Ethnocultural Seniors Program at the Social Planning Council of Ottawa, and I work with over 25 ethnocultural groups, many of whom have joined us today. I would like to introduce you to Kieran Holmes. Kieran is our research student for the summer at the SPCO. Hi, Kieran.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sybil.
Before we begin, I would like to thank our funders, Center for Aging and Brain Health Innovation, Ontario Trillium Foundation, and New Horizons for Seniors program. Today's webinar is intended to provide information to community groups and grassroots organizations who want to learn about some of the ways that technology and remote interventions can be used to help our seniors overcome isolation and stay connected with the community. We will also have with us the Dementia Society of Ottawa-Renfrew County, who will talk about the services provided by the Dementia Society and will also present on how community members with dementia and their caregivers can stay connected. So the agenda for today will start up with our 5 panelists who will talk about what their groups are doing during COVID-19 and how they're connecting with each other. We will then have the Dementia Society present, and then after that, we will have time for question answers. Just a few housekeeping rules. Please mute yourself. The mute button is on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. If you have any questions for the Dementia Society and our 5 panelists, you can put them in the chat box and throughout the presentation and address it to Kieran Holmes, who will be taking the questions at the end. All of the webinars in this series will be recorded and will be uploaded on our website. And the website is Ottawa Community Partnership for Health Equity. Other resources will also be posted there. So going forward, we're going to have these webinars every Tuesday except for September 8th, which is after the long weekend. The webinars will run from 10 to 11:30 a.m. and you're welcome to attend. You can check our website, like I mentioned, the Ottawa Community Partnership for Health Equity, and can sign up to receive notices. Thank you again for attending, and I would like now to introduce you to our panel guests who have each prepared a PowerPoint presentation. So I'll start off first with Ana Maria Cruz Valdemara from New Beginnings, Anil Sukija from Indo-Canadian Community Center, Chandra Hapjari from Sri Lankan Canadian Association of Ottawa Seniors Group, Wen Jin Ho from Canada Chinese Senior Support Center, and lastly, Lee Pham from the Vietnamese Canadian Community of Ottawa. We will begin with Ana Maria. Ana Maria, you can start. Thank you so much.
Oops, Anna Maria, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about New Beginnings. New Beginnings emerged in response to the challenge imposed by COVID-19. By personal experience, suddenly I lost all the activities that I have in a week were over 15 hours of social interaction. So for the first time, I felt socially isolated. I had fears about what was going on. So I approached the Social Planning Council and Sybil in particular, because I was thinking if I was feeling myself alone and I have uncertainty, I was thinking about other seniors who didn't have access to technology, who are not able to communicate in either French or English. And I tried to help and form a group to provide support. So that's why New Beginnings started. And I got the great support of the social planning, for which I am very grateful. Next slide, please. New Beginnings, with their creativity, this organization is addressing issues related to mental health and is effectively helping seniors to cope with emotional distress, anxiety, fears, loneliness, and depressions. The major activity for now, hosted by New Beginnings, is the social hour that refers to coloring mandalas. You will see mandalas across the presentation, what have been done by the different members of the team. Coloring mandalas can be easily implemented to help people with dementia, Alzheimer's. We know that anxiety and depression can lead to a more serious mental illness. Next, please. The social hour has redefined social interaction. Now we are working on social distancing. So what the social hour is providing opportunities to reduce social isolation and exclusion due to lack of access to technology, contributing to keep minds active and creating a very interactive socialization environment that helps reducing loneliness, anxiety, and fears of the uncertain future. Social hour is brightening our days by mixing colors and at the same time building strength to overcome the turbulent days we are living. Next, please. The social hour is building solidarity, helping participants to be confident in expressing their feelings. It's developing deeper sense of belonging to a group that looks at their certain future with optimism and resilience. The social hour is also providing an opportunity to show that the community cares and ensures mental health or vulnerable senior is taken in consideration while living with COVID-19. Next, please. Why coloring mandalas? Coloring mandalas helps you to relax, calm the nervous system, helps to enhance concentration ability. Coloring mandalas require attentiveness and calmness to color the circular patterns. Coloring mandalas serve as a stress relief and reduce anxiety. Physically, coloring mandalas help with hand coordination and finger dexterity. Then next, please. Impact of the social hour on participants' well-being. It has helped develop a stronger sense of belonging to a caring community facing adversity. It's helping to develop stronger bonds of friendships and mutual support, not feeling alone. The coloring mandalas also help to develop a capacity to acknowledge emotional needs. It's also helped to feeling free of being vulnerable human beings in facing a global public crisis. It's okay to say that we are not feeling okay. It's acceptable. Next, please. In the social hour, we have the great opportunity to listen and learn. The social hour has shown the importance of making a difference through communication and adjusting the program according to the needs of the group. I must mention here that the initial thought was just to use the hour to color mandalas, but after 2 weeks, seeing the seniors that all want to engage in conversation, so I changed to allow the hour just orderly conversation, and then now they color mandalas and no free time. Only 2 do the color the mandalas while we have the social hour, but the rest are working during the week, which made me very happy because you see that the social hour is engaging seniors very active during the week. The social hour has allowed to improve listening skills and be respectful of the valuable experience shared with the group. It has encouraged active participation of all members of the team and is helping to build confidence on public speaking. The challenges and limitations imposed by COVID-19 somehow have expanded our horizons to learn about. Next, please. The importance of unity, the importance of giving a helping hand, the importance of friendship, the importance of gratitude, the importance of happiness and unconditional support to build a better community, following prevention rules and aging. We have learned also the contributions about Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a Nobel Prize laureate to Spanish literature, poetry in our lives, reading poetry of great poets such as Pablo Neruda from Chile, José Saramago from Portugal, and José Martí from Cuba. We also have learned about Machu Picchu in Peru, the architectural legacy of the Incas. Next, please. We have learned about the volcanoes from Guatemala, Atitlan, and the Fuego. We have sharing experience of grouping up with limited resources, are still able to learn mathematics by using beans and corn, self-taught how to read and become an avid reader. We have learned that love, compassion, empathy, and determination to adjust to new ways of social interactions in the era of social distancing. In the social hour, we have found ways to continue enjoying life. Next, please. So New Beginnings encourage you to think with an open mind about mental health and think creative ways to keep vulnerable seniors active, engaged, and safe. Together, we can make a difference. Let's show our humanity by helping each other on these difficult times. So thank you very much. And I remind that we are all vulnerable with the consequences of COVID-19. So united, we can put a better front to face these challenging times that also challenge our mental stability. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ana Maria. That was really powerful. I had a question. So you use phone calls, right? These group phone calls to communicate?
That's right.
So yeah, could you speak on that? Why is that the best mode of communication for your program in particular?
Well, Karen, it was, since the beginning, I thought how to reach the most vulnerable. And the most vulnerable are those with they don't have access to technology. So my intention was to reach to them. Now I have it's mixed. I have people with technology, but are using the telephone. And I know, and I wishing to have access to technology, because with access to technology, my program will be more impactful. But so far, we are doing extremely well. It's very rewarding to see every Wednesday how the seniors want to be in the program. When they cannot participate, they call me. And the only Wednesday we have missed is July 1st. But I want access to technology because that brings us opportunities to do other things. But it's because I don't want to leave those at the bottom behind.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's my moral duty to include all.
Yeah. So right now, phone calls are the most accessible thing.
Yes.
Everybody can use, so you can include everybody and not exclude anyone from the community. But in an ideal world, you would have everybody being face-to-face via technology, and so that's something that hopefully we can have in the future.
Yes.
Thanks, Ana Maria. Thanks so much. So before we have Anil speaking, I just want to remind everyone that our panel today is very happy to answer questions at the end. So we'll have a Q&A. So please just in the chat, type them. And as the recipient, select Kieran Holmes, that's me. And I'll go through those as the presentation continues. So next we'll have Anil from the ICCC, and he's gonna do a presentation on his program.
Thank you, Kieran. As you said, my name is Anil Sukhija. I'm chairperson of Seniors Program of ICCC. You will hear the word ICCC quite often during my presentation, but this is what we are commonly known. The full name is Indo-Canadian Community Center, but in short, it is known as ICCC. ICCC was incorporated in 1977. However, senior program started about 6 years ago. And we started the senior program basically for the social inclusion of the seniors or isolated seniors. That was the intention to start this program. And when we started this program, we started with one center, but suddenly it started growing. And today, I'm proud to say that we have listed about 400 people membership in our program, seniors program only. So it was difficult to bring them together at one center. So what ICCC did was that we created 4 centers across the city in the different geographical locations like Orleans, at Bank Street, in Tanglewood, and near Maryville and Kanata. And each center is managed by a coordinator of that center. Of course, I do oversee all the activities, but that center is managed by a coordinator. Now, a typical day in a center is that we meet for about 4 hours once a week, and the program starts with some yoga or chair exercises, light chair exercises, potluck lunch. Then we have socializing, sharing jokes, singing hymns, and then the day ends up with a cup of tea or coffee. This is a typical day program we have. As you see here on the slide that is being displayed, previous one, please. Previous one. Yeah, so you will, I don't know if you can read it. These are the 4 centers that you see in the yellow, that different places and the name of each coordinator of each center. So this is a poster that was circulated very widely. This attracted a lot of seniors and they registered with our program. In our program, we do have, as I said, next slide, please. As you'll see in the next picture, this is a picture where at one of the centers, the seniors are sitting around. In the middle, we have a group playing, it's called a desi drum, dholki, and then people are singing and clapping. And this is one such activity which is common in every center. You will see in the next slide that what we have is we time to time have seminars and workshops. This is a photograph that we are having one seminar, and we keep on having it on different subjects of interest to the seniors and to empower seniors with different subjects. Besides these indoor activities, in the next slide, I would like to show you that this is one where we are having an outdoor picnic. So we do have outdoor programs like picnics, like day trips with our seniors, and which has become very popular. We have boat tours and things like that. Now this, all what I am saying now happened in a pre-COVID times, but came COVID and everything went topsy-turvy, and we had to think of some other alternative. And our executives and we thought of, going on Zoom to have a virtual meeting. Now the problem was how to start it. So first we did was that we subscribed to the Zoom. Most of you, those who want to start this program, you can have a commercial license, or you can individually start a Zoom meeting. If you have a commercial license, the fee is about $200, close to $200 per year. And you can have 100 participants at a time. And there is no limit to the meeting. You can have it for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. But if you have a personal account, which you don't have to pay anything, but the limit is about 40 minutes. So you can have a maximum of 40 minutes. However, I'll give you a tip that if 40 minutes you do not finish your meeting, you can start all over again with the same ID and same password. So you have to pre-warn the attendees that if it goes blank after 40 minutes, log in again. Now, initially, our coordinators for the various centers and couple of more senior executives who were trained by our IT man how to use the Zoom and what are the different features, how to conduct a meeting, how to host a meeting. Now, after this preliminary thing, we were ready to host the meeting. But then the next challenge was that how do we prepare the seniors to attend this meeting? That was the next challenge. So what we did was we circulated to all our members that we are going to start a Zoom virtual meetings. And this meeting will be on this day to this day. And if you see on the screen, this was a step-by-step instructions that were sent to seniors as to how to get onto Zoom. Because you know, seniors are not very technical or very, savvy on these things. So we had to tell them step by step how to get onto the Zoom, how to download Zoom on your device, and then how to get into the meeting. And again, we had to tell them that if you still find some difficulty, they could call me and I'll walk them through the process. And finally, we were able to get a lot of seniors on these meetings. Our average attendance is, in 2 meetings we have twice a week, is close to about 80 to 90 seniors in these 2 meetings. And they are enjoying it. I mean, they wait for these meetings to start. And what you see on the screen now, this is the result of that meeting. Or what we are doing now at this moment, we are talking and we have close to about 70 people watching. So this is technology. This is what we have done. Everybody is uncertain that how long it's going to continue, but till such time, at least we have this Zoom meeting. So those who wish to start this program, if they want to get some more information, I'll be more than happy to help. If you want some more information about ICCC, you can go to our website, which is iccciottawa.org. So you will have a lot of information about ICCC. So that's all from my side today. If there is any questions, maybe end of this webinar, I'll be more than happy to answer that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anil. Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So is the focus of these Zoom meetings, typically you have like a presenter, like a guest speaker, and then or what is it? What do you generally do in these meetings?
Okay, I understand your question.
Yeah.
No, not in a normal meeting. A normal meeting is that we have the host who conducts the meeting. And I said that we have, say, yoga section or first session or exercises. So we have an expert, trained people who do this session for, say, about half an hour to 45 minutes. And then after 45 minutes, we open the floor. The host invites that we have performers from our own community. They will sing a song, they will recite a poem, they will share a joke. So this socializing continues for the rest of the time. But in between, maybe once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we invite an expert to talk about various subjects of interest to the seniors. But it doesn't happen in every meeting, not in every meeting.
Thanks, Anil. Thanks. So next up, we'll have Chandra from the Sri Lanka Canada Association of Ottawa. Yeah, we'll get right into that. Thanks, Chandra. Chandra, are you muted? Thanks.
Sorry. My name is Chandra, and good morning to everyone. I'm representing Sri Lankans in Ottawa, and I'm one of the founding members of the Sri Lankan Senior Group. We established in 2016. Our motto is seniors helping seniors. We help everyone in Ottawa and surrounding areas. And thanks to SPCO, we have been doing lots of things since 2016, and our membership is free. Our seniors are very dedicated, and we developed, organized, and delivered many programs for our seniors. Next slide, please. pre-COVID time, we had lots of programs and activities in person. We call seniors, we did direct support to seniors who are isolated or had health issues. We provide food, we offered comfort, we frequently call them and find out what they need. And also, we did a lot of in-person programs, delivering information sessions on health-related activities, number of them are listed, financial literacy programs, full-day workshops, weekly meeting to reduce isolation of seniors like playing bridge, playing card games, knitting, crocheting, cooking, and number of other activities. And we did so many, 4.5 years, a lot of outdoor activities, going to parks, go to other cities. Next slide, please. Our goals and objectives of Sri Lankan seniors are support age 55 and older seniors and promote, maintain physical, emotional, spiritual well-being of seniors, provide accessing to number of appropriate services, facilitate information sessions and other programs to encourage seniors to overcome isolation. I think I switched the, slides. During COVID, since before just at COVID, we had every Wednesday we met and we did sharing dance program. It is 4-hour day. Every Wednesday we met, did the dancing first, and then play card, did crocheting, or whatever people want to do. And we had fun. Next slide, please. During COVID-19, we have a direct support still going on to seniors, like calling them. We cannot visit, but we sometimes deliver food to them. And we try to connect people to different resources available in Ottawa. And we support whatever we can, but we maintain the isolation. Mostly what we use is supporting members via emails. Frequently, we send emails to the community, informing them what are the places they can go, what are the resources they can get, and what are the support given by the government. And also we had a number of Zoom information sessions. Number of them financial, investment, and dementia. Dementia one was very good. We had the Dr. Hepburn doing it. And since we have free Zoom, we didn't plan a lot of activities. But our plan is to have paid membership taken for the Zoom as of September and or do more activities via Zoom or go to meeting. I made mostly spiritual programs we get from different temples. I put only one example here. So they have every day meditation session that helps a lot of people. And we got stuck to that every day. About 30 people joined that in the morning. I have seen the numbers. And also other temples doing programs. And our Sri Lankan Catholic group, they were doing pre-COVID, next slide please, Catholic groups, after the pictures. I did it last minute, that slide. Pre-Catholic group, they were doing a lot of programs pre-COVID, and now they are still continuing about cards. It is a social day for them. So I have a list of what type of Zoom people can use during, I'm not sure how long this going to be, the COVID, but I made a list. I think most of them are mentioned by Anil. but there is a list, what type of Zoom virtual program you get, platform, Zoom, GoToMeeting, or live stream, or number of others, and cost of each program. So if anybody wants that slide, maybe Sybil can, if they ask me, I send it. So as you saw our pictures, we have pictures of somebody's doing, professional doing CPR training, and our exercise program, how we went to the walkathon organized by SPCO. So I didn't put too many pictures, but if you like any question, I can answer later. But I really thankful to Sybil and SPCO for organizing and supporting financially for going forward. We hope to have more Zoom meeting and deliver whatever coming from SPCO to the membership, plus having fun but during COVID, especially pay attention to our spiritual program by Buddhists and Catholics, both in Ottawa community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chandra. Just a quick question. I know you put that slide with all the different Zooms that you can upgrade to.
Yes.
What do you use? Like, what are you using?
Right now we use the free one.
The free one,
so
and it's enough for you,
40
right?
minutes.
Yeah.
But I talked to another organizer of getting GoToMeeting. We can get it free for charitable organizations.
Oh,
so
okay.
I talked to Sybil about that too. But I had to use Sybil's account or another charity number. If not,
Right.
we have to pay the full price.
Right. But do you find the basic is enough?
For our purpose, yeah, we do information sessions or some seniors having card games, this and that, that's all.
Yeah.
I don't think we are going, maybe later on, we don't know yet, but we can purchase the Zooms, or we don't have to limit the 40 minutes. Especially when you do a session, information session, they last for 2 hours. So far I found people, professionals do Zoom information sessions, but they use their platform, not mine.
Right.
So that was helpful to go for 2 hours. But going forward, we are hoping to purchase it and do it more.
Excellent.
Thank you, Kiran.
Thank you. And like Anil told us about his little life hack, you can just reset the meeting when it ends, double up on the timing.
Yes, thank you.
So thanks so much. Next, we have Wenjin presenting from the Kannada Chinese Senior Support Center. Wenjin, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you, Kiran. Hello, everyone. My name is Wenjin. I'm a volunteer from Kannada Chinese Senior Support Center. Thank you for inviting me to share the works that KCSSC are doing with Chinese seniors. My topic for today is what is WeChat and how it helps to deliver the work for KCSSC. But before I begin to talk about that, let me briefly introduce the missions of the KCSSC. The KCSSC is established in November of 2011. It's a nonprofit corporation formed to establish, develop, and maintain a support hub for Chinese seniors in Kannada and surrounding area. KCSSC promotes wellness of the seniors and facilitate their timely integration into Canadian mainstream society. In collaborating with other organizations such as Social Planning Council, Library, JFS, KCSSC champions for seniors well-being through providing and coordinating social integrations, physical and recreational activities, community involvement, special health education programs, and support for accessing health care services. The center also encourages and fosters seniors' integration into the mainstream society through training programs designed to overcome such as language, knowledge barriers, and to help seniors gain a better understanding of the Canadian society customs and values. Next, please. Next slide, please. The activities that KCSC provides, such as community involvement and volunteering, social interactions, and recreational activities, health education, such as workshops or lectures series on seniors' wellness and prevention of illness and injuries, volunteer training in care for dementia and Alzheimer and their caregivers, telephone assurance, and home visiting. And you can see the pictures. So now let's go to the topic for today. What is WeChat? WeChat is the most popular app in the Chinese community. It is a platform for individual and group chat, support voice input, which is easier, photo, video, and text messages, plus free messaging and calling. So KCSC use WeChat to connect with seniors, share information, post program information, and set up a support group for volunteer and those with dementia and their caregivers. Next, please. So this is just 3 of the groups that we run through WeChat to connect with our seniors and their caregivers and the community members. The last one is the seniors support group among themselves. Next, please. During the COVID-19, the volunteers from KCSC also take some actions to help seniors through WeChat checking and telephone assurance, so to make sure seniors is okay. And they do friendly visiting to visit those live alone isolated seniors. They provide grocery shopping for seniors, for example, for the cultural food. Then they also provide a mental well-being support through WeChat and telephone assurance. Next, please. So at the end, the WeChat, what they help us is reach out to many contacts at the same time, very effective way for delivering the program message. And also help seniors sharing health information and resources among themselves, and provide immediately emotional support for seniors and caregiver. Next, please. That's it. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can, welcome to ask.
Thanks, Wenjin. So what do you think? Are there? So I know you're using WeChat just because it's already huge in the Chinese community, right? Everybody has it already. Like I know for South Asians, it's WhatsApp. A lot of people have WhatsApp. But are there like benefits, do you think, to using WeChat over, say, Zoom to connect, or just like what? Do you find it useful? Yeah.
Yeah, because WeChat's already there, and most of the Chinese, if they have cell phone, they have a WeChat, and so everyone familiar with how to use the WeChat to connect. And like I said, they have a voice input. So which is they just speak to the app, and then they can connect with others very easily. Also WeChat, it's how to say that, I don't know. It's very it's just very convenient for everyone. That's it.
Yeah.
I guess
everybody always has it on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But we also, use WeChat now to promote our Zoom meeting, which is they just, touch and then can connect them immediately to WeChat. I mean to Zoom, meeting, which is very convenient.
Thanks, Wenjin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks. So next we have Lee Phan from the Vietnamese Canadian Seniors Program, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he's doing, how he's adapted during physical isolation and his other programs.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lee Phan. I'm with the Vietnamese Canadian community of Ottawa. Today I will say a brief introduction about the Vietnamese Canadian community of Ottawa and also the program for senior. The picture that you see on the screen will be the activity of our senior throughout the last 4 years. The Vietnamese Canadian Community of Ottawa is a non-profit organization that is completely run by volunteers. We have established in the year 2000. Each year, the Vietnamese Canadian Community of Ottawa organize and offer a variety of program, activity, and events to serve the community within the National Capital Region. Our mission is to increase the diversity of events and activities within the Ottawa community, to promote and deliver health and fitness program, and to develop volunteer and leadership capacity. Only the past 4 years that we start the senior support program. This program is not possible without the help from the Social Planning Council of Ottawa. Also, we have a great partnership with the Somerset West Health Community Center. The SPCO have backed us up with financial support, and the Somerset West provide us with the logistic support. Our program run all year long. Some seasons are more active than the other. The sole purpose is to help the senior of our community overcome loneliness, distress, anxiety, fear, and isolation. For example, we have open English learning class with the help from Catholic Center of Immigrants, class to learn about iPad, and also we help them to know about the new transit system. Along with this activity, we have a series of health seminar, day trip, outing, and learning. 2 years ago, the Canada Ballet School had developed a program for seniors. Baycrest sharing dance senior delivery class via video stream and community across Canada. This program benefit our senior both physically and mentally. The class are led by our leader. They translate to the Vietnamese and explain the importance of each movement. For example, breathing are important for any exercise. Breathing deeply can improve and rejuvenate the brain cell and combating mental health. Or have the leg and hand muscle are more firmly fit. The quantity is not important than the quality exercise. During the COVID-19, all of our class and activity has canceled. So we concentrate more online to support our senior. Like weekly telephone chat, is about 35 members participate and share important news about COVID-19 and other news through our email and Facebook. Our leaders and volunteers constantly contact our senior to motivate them throughout the pandemic month. We remind them of regular exercise, often contact each other, and be happy. Vietnamese Canadian Community of Ottawa with a small team of volunteers, but we surely overcome many challenges and to help our senior with their need, and everybody feel happy and doing well. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Lee. I'm gonna keep it moving now, just for time's sake. So thanks everybody who presented and for telling us about the creative approaches taken to address social isolation during the pandemic. Thanks Anna Maria for telling us about the social hour, Anil for explaining Zoom, as well as Chandra, Wenjin WeChat, Chandra, her seniors helping seniors program in Zoom, and Li Fan for his exercise program. All really great stuff. So now, Sybil, I'll let you introduce Dean, our next speaker.
Thank you, Kieran, and thank you. Thank you, Kieran, and thank you, our panelists. You did a great job. We're so excited that you shared the information to the other seniors on our webinar. So I'm very pleased to welcome Dean Henderson. Dean is the Director of Client Experience, Education and Innovation at the Dementia Society of Ottawa and Renfrew County. Wow, that's a great title, Dean. Dean has over a decade of experience in healthcare, working in a variety of acute care hospitals across Ontario and the USA. He is trained as an occupational therapist, working with multiple interdisciplinary teams to provide high quality patient care and improved outcomes. Dean has now taken his expertise and experience to the community side of healthcare, helping to respond to both the changing health needs of Canadians and advancing in health technology. Dean has a passion for quality improvement and making a ruckus. I hope you're going to make a ruckus today too. Welcome, Dean, and if you want to share your screen, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sybil. I'll share my screen here. Can everyone see the slides? Sometimes with Zoom, it's great to be on a call here with everyone who are Zoom experts, but sometimes I always share the wrong screen.
Slides look great, Dean, thanks.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks for that introduction. It's always funny to send a little bio, and when you hear it out loud, it's you're like, oh, I need to shorten that. But it's a pleasure to be here, and wanted to come and share, just as we've just heard from all of the other speakers, some of the learnings that the Dementia Society has had since we've all experienced this COVID challenge. So very briefly, for those of you who aren't aware, the Dementia Society is a non-for-profit that supports caregivers and persons living with dementia. We provide one-on-one support, social programs, education, and really just to help you along the entire part of the journey. I need to switch the slides here. So just to give everyone a little bit of context about what is the impact of dementia in our community. So right now in Canada, there are documented over 400,000 people living with dementia in Canada right now. In our region, from Barry's Bay and Renfrew County all the way to Cornwall, there are over 24,000 people living with dementia. So I can guarantee that everyone who presented here in your seniors programs and groups, that there is someone who is living with mild cognitive impairment or dementia in your groups. But keeping them engaged and keeping them supported is the best thing that we can do. So keep up the great work. This number is expected to rise, double by 2031, so probably over 1 million people by that time. And while there is a big misconception that dementia is a normal consequence of aging, it is in fact not. But our risk for dementia doubles every 5 years after the age of 65. And just a few other stats here, that most people living with dementia are in the community. So programs like that we've heard right before this are really important to help people stay engaged and stay connected. So 61% of seniors with dementia live at home. So just wanted to give you a little bit of a perspective there on dementia in our community. And what the council, Social Planning Council here, I think is doing a wonderful job. And what we're trying to do at the Dementia Society is to help challenge the stigma of dementia. So, you know, people living with dementia, like everyone else, have a right to live well, to be treated with respect and dignity, and to maximize their independence. And unfortunately, there is a lot of stigma with the word dementia right now, whether that's through people not wanting to share, or with their family or with their friends. But really, we need to challenge this stigma, and to encourage people to share their diagnosis and to be comfortable with that, so that we could help support people live longer in the community, and be supported. So a little bit of our virtual programs here. So I like to say, and I think everyone else experienced this, but you know, with COVID, we advanced, you know, we advanced a decade in about a month, and so we had to take all of our programs that we had at the Dementia Society and see how we could continue to provide those programs virtually in March. So I just wanted to give a little bit of a highlight of what programs we have at the Dementia Society. And most things, while in-person is, you know, there's nothing that can beat in-person programs, we can still provide some social and meaningful connections virtually. And it sounds like we're not the only ones, so that's wonderful. So we do have exercise programs. So that's that Let's Get Moving. So it's an exercise program for caregivers and persons living with dementia to engage virtually over Zoom. You're doing your exercises at home. And we're looking to expand those in terms of to having more of them, but right now it's once a week. I personally was previously doing 10 minutes of exercise every day at 10 a.m. for 10 minutes on Facebook Live. And it's simple chair exercises. Right now it's not live, but we are reposting posts from, you know, from April until just about last week. So there's daily exercise. We have musical connections with various instructors. So again, that is a live program where you can attend live, or you could watch on demand through our YouTube page. And I'll speak a little bit more to that later on some of the tips that we have learned on how to tweak some of your programs to continue to have people engaged and connected. So our musical programs are offered in English, French, and Arabic right now, and we're looking to expand that. We have had a partnership with Care4 Community Health, and we've been launching a Living Room Live concert series. So every 2 weeks, we've had a local musician play a live concert series from 4 to 5 p.m. That has been pretty successful. Up to 100 people have registered and participated online. Arts and Minds is our arts programs where we are using both live and on-demand art programs where caregivers and persons living with dementia could come together and participate in an art exercise, whether that's drawing or painting. So our live program is people register, and once a month we send them the art supplies to follow along with the art instructor, and they participate in a live session to create a masterpiece. And in the on-demand, we have 10-minute videos that anyone could follow along and engage in the art exercise with supplies that you typically have at home. We have continued to pivot all of our support groups that are online on Zoom. And we have education and webinars that we've continued as well. And like everyone who has spoken before me, we use the platform Zoom as well. We've found that it's been the most successful. I did jump over this program called Take a Break, and it's a new program that we've just launched in order to support caregivers and persons with dementia. We pair a person living with dementia with a volunteer to provide a meaningful conversation, whether that be over video chat or over the telephone, but in order to give the caregiver a little bit of a break so that they can do an activity that they want. Knowing that our adult day programs have been canceled for a while, knowing that in-home support maybe not as much as it used to be. So this program is growing, and you can see below the number of languages that we have volunteers to support that are paired with someone living with dementia. So keys to success. What we've learned along the way is and if you're interested in keys to success for online and virtual programs, and then also some keys to success for supporting people living with dementia in your programs. It's important to educate yourself about dementia and how you can communicate and tailor your programs to be all-inclusive to those living with mild cognitive impairment or dementia. We do provide dementia-friendly training, so any community groups that would be interested in receiving this training, I'll speak to it a little bit more, but I'd be happy to connect with you to provide this training. We have found that for some of our social and recreational programs, the smaller the groups, the better. It allows people to communicate, allows people to, people don't feel overwhelmed with all of those small little boxes across your screen. So if it is more of an engaging group, we have learned that the smaller the better. Keeping programs short. So, going from 20 minutes to 45 minutes is around the best time that we have found. People living with dementia may not have the attention span to sit down and participate for a 2-hour webinar or a 2-hour program. So keeping them shorter has been better. Looking at consistent times and cadence, so it's good to have the same your exercise program at the same time every week, so that we can so you can help people get into a routine. Asking your community members what they want to participate in, so that's where the co-design comes in. We always like to think that we know what people want, but what we do need to do is talk to the clients that you support or the community that you support and see what type of program they would like. It is challenging. It isn't. We have found that caregivers and persons with living with dementia are more likely to participate if they engage, if the program is inclusive of both of them. Oftentimes, it is a lot of work to get the person living with dementia set up on a computer virtually, and so it may not be. We find that caregivers aren't as motivated to help set up if they can't be included as well. Consider the program and about breaking it down. So if it's a program that you've taken from being in person to now online, and you want to include people living with dementia, you may need to break it down a little bit to make it a little bit easier. Again, offer both live and on demand. We have found that all of our programs that we have put on demand, they have been very popular, and it allows caregivers and persons living with dementia to attend at a time that is convenient to them. So people may not be able to attend this webinar right now at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, but they may be interested in it. So they may want to watch it, tonight at 6 p.m. So having both live and on demand has been is a great technique. And then the final thing is to try to keep it as engaged as possible. So, not just hearing from Dean speak for the entire 40 minutes would be, is what we found for keys to success. So when you are supporting people living with dementia, what we like to do is encourage that you enhance your communication, you offer support, and you offer help, and you support their reality. It's really about supporting the person's living with dementia's reality. So very high level, this is part of the dementia-friendly training that we provide, but there are 10 warning signs that could indicate that someone may be living with dementia. I'm not going to go through these all. We go over them in the dementia-friendly training. But these are some things that you could look into. Oh, we have a little student here. Hello. Whether it's challenges that affect with performing familiar tasks to loss of initiative. These are warning signs of seniors that may be participating in your current programs, that they may be living with dementia, and it would be important to get to talk to their physician. In terms of enhancing our communication, we do have 10 ways, 10 tips to communicating with to someone living with dementia. These aren't new whatsoever. We have not created anything new. These are normal communication tips that we should actually be doing with everyone. So again, I'm not going to go over these, but this is part of the dementia-friendly training that we do provide if anyone is interested. And, you have to even adapt these a little bit more, given that things are now online. So how can we help? I just wanted to share that I went through a list of all of our online and virtual programs. It is also on our website, and we're constantly updating this. You could sign up for our weekly roundup that goes out every Sunday that shows all of virtual programs that are coming out. And we're calling them brain-friendly activities. We also on our website have, you could register for our Take a Break program. We have our virtual support groups, meaningful activities, exercise and fitness, education and webinars, and arts and music. Again, just to close off in terms of how we can help, we're on a mission to create a dementia-friendly Ottawa. And so we'd be happy to provide our dementia-friendly training. It's 1 hour, it's free, and it goes over, the typical warning signs, 10 communication tips. We have some videos that are on listening skills, approaching strategies, reducing anxiety, and handling tasks. And the really exciting thing that I'm happy to share is come October, we'll be launching a website called Dementia 613, and we'll be highlighting all of the dementia-friendly resources in the community, and in particular, the organizations, the community centers, the businesses that have received dementia-friendly training. So caregivers and persons living with dementia have a one-stop shop place to find that, the Social Planning Council of Ottawa has received dementia-friendly training, and all of these programs underneath it. So if you're interested in receiving dementia-friendly training, I know that you could reach out to me at any time. And if you know of anyone living with dementia that, or a caregiver who is supporting someone who would like some information or support, please reach out at any time. We have dementia care coaches that are available 8:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. You can call us. We have a web chat. We have an email. Our sole job is to make sure that no one faces dementia alone. And so we're here to help. That's what I have, but I also wanted to share one thing before I finish. And in terms of tech support, I don't know if anyone's heard of Connected Canadians, but I'm going to share my second screen here. Connected Canadians is who we've partnered with at the Dementia Society, and they're a non-profit, federally incorporated out of Ottawa here, but they provide technology tips and tricks. So if any one of your clients or members are having tech challenges or they need some training on Zoom, this is a non-for-profit that is free of service that is able to support. A lot of their staff are new immigrants into Ottawa, or they're experts from the restaurant industry that have lost their jobs because of COVID, and now they're supporting Connected Canadians. They have a website where you can request help, or that you can call their hotline and someone will call you back, and they'll provide one-on-one support with you so that you can engage in online activities. They'll help you set up online banking, all of that stuff.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Dean. Some great information. Okay, guys, so let's open up the Q&A now, or we'll start it. I have been collecting questions from the chat, and we'll try and get through as many of these as we can. So first off, we have some easy ones that it should be quite short to answer, so I'll start with those. For Anna Maria, somebody is wondering, how can they get involved with the social hour?
Well, they can contact me, because now I have the one social hour that is in Spanish, but soon I'm going to start other that is offered in English. So they can contact me at my email, that is amcruzvictoral@gmail.com, or by calling at 613-739-1273.
Thanks.
So
do you want to put
I'm
that in the
glad
chat?
to have more. Pardon me?
Would you mind just putting that in the chat for that person? Your email
My
and
phone number?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Thanks, Anna Maria. She also, while you're doing that, somebody else was wondering, is it teleconferencing? How do you get group phone calls going?
Okay, for the Spanish seniors, I am doing on teleconference. I am hoping to get some funding to see if we can expand technology, because as I said before, I want to be inclusive, not to exclude those seniors that are already at the bottom of the spectrum. So for me, it's a moral duty to include them, to make be part of a community that cares. And the next one, the social hour, that's going to start on Thursday, after the long weekend, is in English, but it's with technology. Those who have access to technology, and it's in, with Zoom, I think, Zoom or other platform. But yes, and I am glad that the person from the last presentation talked about small groups. That is also my target, is small groups, because it gives the opportunity for more interaction and to be free to express your feeling and feel more connected. So it's very, very important that. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna Maria.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question for Anil. Somebody is wondering, how can youth get involved?
We are trying to involve youth also in our program. As a matter of fact, this year we have taken 11 summer students, right? We were given an approval to 7 summer students, and all these summer students have been provided with some tasks to do during their tenure with us. And we are trying to get the basic data available so that we can work out on strategies. So if some youth or somebody wants to connect, wants to volunteer, we'll be more than happy to welcome them, let us know, and we will do something. We will assign them some voluntary work, because ours is basically a voluntary organization. Although we serve seniors, but we do have some youth also working for us as volunteers.
Thanks, Anil. Another question for you. So, how and what does the yoga instructor do over Zoom? Do they actually demonstrate yoga movements over Zoom?
Yes,
And do the participants follow?
Exactly, they do. People can see them performing the yoga exercises, and they narrate also. So they adjust their camera accordingly. And when you are watching, if you can go on a speaker's view, then you will be able to see only the person who is speaking, right? And then it becomes more clear for them to watch these exercises.
Okay. Thanks, Anil. This question is for everybody. And it's, do you think that you'll continue these remote interventions when COVID restrictions lessen? So I guess they're asking, are there benefits to actually doing these programs remotely? And any of our panel guests can speak on that.
I will go off first. I think I will continue because it's showing me the impact and the well-being of seniors, how it lives. In fact, I think I'm thinking to reach other seniors that are not interested on telephone conference or on the technology aspect, but they are interested on being engaged and coloring mandalas. So my goal is to keep seniors very active, very engaged, whatever the means are possible, because it's good for mental health.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Does anybody else want to speak on that? The question was, do you think you'll continue these remote programs after COVID restrictions are lifted? Do you think they're beneficial? Or they could actually be of use to do things remotely? Yeah, Chandra.
Yes. What I would think is, like, especially winter is coming, and we can still continue Zoom. But if the health people say, yeah, it's okay, go and have in-person meetings and fun, it's okay. But in the meantime, like, it's better to keep this also going simultaneously. And also our temples are doing live stream meditation. They're not going to stop it. So I think our community can join all the time and improve themselves with the meditation and like breathing exercise and all that. And also Catholic group, I'm sure they are going to continue too. But we can do both. If the healthcare people let us do whatever we want to do.
Thanks, Chandra. Anil?
Yeah, in my opinion, of course, it will depend how situation unfolds. But as I see it today, in my opinion, it will be best to have the best of both. As Chandra said, we can have physical get-together, and at the same time, we can have some get-together, depending on the frequency, virtual meetings also.
Right.
So both can work together, but it's very difficult to predict now. Yeah.
Thanks, Anil.
Can I add something that I forgot to say?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you. I think that we are here for a long run. I honestly don't think that will be safer, senior will be safer within the next 2 years. We have to act very cautiously. So the best is to keep offering these alternatives to socialization and, keep them active and engaged in a safe environment. So for me, I am determined to continue at least for 2 years. That's when I expect that things will maybe return somehow to normal. But before that, we are kidding ourselves. That's the reality.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ana Maria. So we have a few questions for Dean, except it looks like Dean has possibly left. So maybe you guys can email him directly those questions.
Well, I'm here.
Oh, hey, Dean. Are you okay to answer some questions?
Yes. Sorry, I was just, I had to switch. I'm here, I can answer a question for sure.
Okay, awesome. So somebody was wondering, are there possibilities to collaborate with you guys surrounding culturally appropriate programs?
100%. We would love to. And so if anyone is interested, please reach out to me. I think you could share my email address to the group. With a previous grant, we have worked on translating in terms of culturally appropriate programs. Like we have, what am I trying to say? Is we had a previous grant and we focused on the Arabic speaking community. So we have a music program for caregivers and persons living with dementia for the Arabic speaking community. And we've also translated all of our fact sheets that will soon be on our website. So from an education perspective, but we're happy to collaborate to better support our community. So yes, please reach out.
Thanks. Another question. So somebody's wondering, does your training or support include younger individuals that live with schizophrenia or support for their families caring for them?
Great question. Right now, I mean, our mission and mandate is to support caregivers and persons living with dementia. So it doesn't specifically include other mental health conditions. Yeah, that's my answer.
Right. Anil, I know you have a question for Dean. Did you want to ask
I
it?
did. Dean, my name is Anil Sukhija. If you remember, I had met you when you were presenting a talk in a Hindu temple about a year ago.
Yes.
And that was the time we were planning to start our program called Brain Health in collaboration with Social Planning Council. And it did actually start in July last year. Now, we were facing initially a problem, as you said in your talk, that because of the social stigma, the participant would not come forward. And it was very difficult for us to enroll the participants. Then suddenly we changed the strategy and we started talking to the caregivers. And caregiver pushed their loved ones to join this group.
Yep.
So my question is this the only strategy or something else can be done to enroll more and more people?
I think connecting with the caregivers is definitely one of the main strategies.
Okay.
But I also think coming at it from a brain health perspective, which you also did, is a great strategy. People want to learn how to be brain healthy, and you know, when you've been diagnosed with dementia or mild cognitive impairment, you know something is up, and so you're thinking about how you can kind of slow the progress. So I think coming at it from a brain healthy perspective, Brainy Active is another strategy as well, but it's just continuing to talk about it in our community and continuing to say the word dementia and to destigmatize it.
Yeah, thank you. That's the reason, precisely the reason we named this product, nothing to do with dementia. We named it as a brain health program.
Yep.
So thanks, everybody. I think I'll stop the Q&A there. Could I get the slideshow back up just for the last couple minutes here? So we'd like to thank everyone for taking the time out of their day to join us for this discussion. It's a really important topic, and we hope that perhaps our speakers inspired some people to get a little bit more involved and learn about the various methods of connecting with isolated seniors during this time of COVID-19. So please connect with the Dementia Society of Ottawa and Renfrew County if you need more information or want them to present to your groups. And then once again, huge thank you to Anna Maria, Wenjin, Anil, Chandra, Li Fan, and Dean. You guys were all amazing. Thank you. Please reach out to the SBCO if you have any further questions about this webinar or future webinars. This webinar will be posted at our website, which is on the screen there. So www.ocphe.ca. And we'll have associated resources there as well. So thank you again to our funders. the Center for Aging and Brain Health Innovation, Ontario Trillium Foundation, and New Horizons for Seniors program. By coming together today and hopefully joining us for the next series of webinars, we can take these first steps around generating ideas surrounding systems changes and also increasing advocacy efforts and policy recommendations that can benefit our ethnocultural seniors who have dementia and also their caregivers. Thanks everybody so much for coming here today and have a great afternoon.
Thank you everybody again from Social Planning Council of Ottawa and all our panelists and Kieran for co-facilitating. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great afternoon. See you next week.
You too.
Thank you.